Pretty Poo, how do you see me? Oi. Okay? Is this okay? Let's see. Just checking in. Yeah, just checking in. Okay, let's check. Oh. Ooh, wale wale, ooh, bang bang, ooh, wale wale, ooh, bang bang. Here really, anyway, hello and welcome back to another one of these episodes. Because this is a TV show. It's a reality TV show. Yeah. Did you not know? Like, I'm part of the Kardashians. Because my surname is Kandria. Because when you say it in English, it's Kandria. So, in today's episode, we're gonna undress. We're gonna show our bodies to the camera and then compare them and touch them. This just sounds so wrong. Like, I don't even know why or how do I get these ideas. Like, you know, and sometimes this does sound funny. That was disturbing. That was not funny. Like, I admit that. So in today's episode, we're not gonna touch each other's bodies. You have to pay for that. What do you think? Are you a prostitute, Leona? Maybe I am. So? What? I like money. So when should we meet? Guys, I'm joking, okay? Anyway, so, what am I? I love being stupid like that. Anyway, so I want to talk about how I lost a weight because this has been such a journey for me and I never thought it would be. Not because I actually cared about my weight that much, like literally throughout the years, like growing up. So I'm 29 now, just for reference. But for like well over 2 decades, I have been proper skinny. Now, hear me out. The word skinny is a descriptive word that carries nothing, like no negative, meaning to it unless you give it a negative meaning. Like literally that really is like that's what words are like. Do you know what I mean? Like words become negative or positive because of the intention that you use them with. And of course, if throughout time, we have words that we shouldn't use and all that, and I respect that. My point is that because, people have given a negative meaning to certain words throughout time because of their intention, because otherwise what are words? Like, it's literally just noises coming out of our mouths. Please, these are social constructs. They're not real things. Like, they are, but they're not. Like, I do care about words a lot, but I just think that sometimes some people may use some words or may say something and then the other person is making up a whole story in their mind and then they're blaming the other person for how they feel. When the other person was like, I literally just said this, like, I'm sorry you feel this way, but I don't mean it to. So now I said this, okay, that was important because we are on the internet. So you can say the word fish and then someone will say you can't talk about that because I have an allergy to fish. You're right, babes. You need a fresh breath air. A breath of fresh air. Anyway, so I used to be skinny for like 2.5 decades or something like that. And then a lot of things happened. I had a health issue called Helicobacter pylori, which is like a bacterial ulcer, which you can get from others through saliva. So be careful who you kiss, be careful who you drink water from or share food with or whatever, because you can get that. You can get that from kids as well, because I heard my sister had it as well. We don't live in the same country, so that's why I say it like that. Antibiotics, because you can't just get past it like that. And I say this because I think it's very important for people. I had no idea I had that, but I felt hungry right after eating. So because of it, I used to eat very like proper fat foods, like a lot of fast food as well, because whenever I would have something that was homemade, it was kind of light, obviously, like it's better this way, it's healthier and so on and so forth, but because it was so light, it would not keep me fed, and then it became like a psychological issue for me. So for example, I would be thinking, oh, not again, I have to cook again, and I did not know what to cook. I did not have energy. I did not have energy to like go grocery shopping. And I just did not like the idea of just having like a snack, because it would not fill me up. And then within half an hour and an hour, I was really hungry again. So I urge you, go do your test, go do your blood test and see what deficiencies you have. And go do a stool test once in a while, okay? And I also was very stressed, depressed, and that's why I stopped working out, and then I started eating more fast food because I was going through a really, really bad relationship, and I was just so depressed. I was just eating my life away. And then my job started becoming more overwhelming because I work from home. So I also had to sit down, and I still have this issue. Like, that's why I gained weight. Before this, I was even skinnier than you see me right now. And let me show you how skinny I am. Yeah, so this is what we're working with right now. My body is relaxed and all that. So yeah, these are my pajama pants. Whatever. Anyway, so this is how I lost weight. So the moment I heard, have you got a baby in your belly? Have you got a belly in your baby? Have you got a belly in your baby? I realized, no, I need to do something with this. I am a very determined person, no matter what. Like, I could stop doing something and then I'll come back to it, and I know I will come back to it, and that's still determination, because I will never quit something that I want. So I decided to do this, and I had to find ways that were going to work for me. And I knew, because I know myself, I don't actually like to work out. And I don't know many people, even if they work out a lot and they look shredded, that does not mean that they like to work out. Who does? Who does? Not many people. Like, of course I like it after I worked out. I'm like, oh, I'm feeling great, you know. I'm energized for a bit, because then I become so tired. It feels like, oh, healthy and all that. But it's hard. I had to work with what I have. So I know that I would not want to pay 25 pounds at least to a gym, because the nearest one is the nearest one is like 6 minutes walk, and I saw the pictures online and it does not look like a gym I want to pay 25 pounds a month for. I also was going through like uni stuff, so it was really difficult for me to like keep up when I had to do so many essays, dissertation and so on and so forth. So I knew that I will come back to this. If you can't buy anything like a kettlebell, like nothing at all, just go out for walks. Just start with that. Start with something that feels easy, because once you do it, you will keep on doing it. You will be like, oh my God, it is an achievement, and it feels like an achievement. And if it doesn't yet, keep on doing it. And if it still doesn't for a while, then start doing something else that will feel like that. You have to know yourself, you have to know your situation, and you have to stop comparing. Like, literally don't compare, but find inspiration. Like, look at someone that doesn't make you feel bad. Like, if you have a friend and they inspire you or they make you feel bad, either keep on looking at them, ask them for advice, blah, 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 or stop doing that and look at someone else for inspiration. So you need to find what makes you feel inspired. I know that sounds like a cliche, but literally you need to hear this. Because if you keep on looking at people that have abs and all that, and you're like, I started like 6 months ago and I still don't have those abs. Just keep going. You don't know when they started. They have different life experiences. You don't know if they have money for a PT. You don't know what kind of genes they have. And it doesn't matter, to be honest. If someone has like genes that are like prone to look shredded, it doesn't matter, because you also have something else in your genes that they don't have. You do. I'm sure you do, because that's why, like, we're all unique and complex and all that, and you know what I mean? It's like so fun and so beautiful. Like, come on now. So that is what I've been doing. I only work out, my average, I would say it's 3, even though I do usually work out like 4 times a week, sometimes 5 if I feel like up to it. If I don't feel like working out, I'm not going to push myself. Like literally, like, I don't know, I'm on my period and I'm in pain. Maybe not even like the worst pain, but I can't. Or like I'm mentally that down, but I don't allow it to take over me for too long. Like, okay, I feel bad. Okay, I feel bad this week. Okay, I feel sick this week. Okay, but then I come back to it, okay? And even if it's slowly, I need to come back to the previous routine that I was on. So the point is that you are consistent no matter what, okay? Let that get into your head. Start whatever. I don't know, start by being in bed and do this, you know, just like some exercise. Start just by stretching. Literally just stretch and see how great that feels. And then keep on stretching for like 5 minutes and then increase it to 10 minutes. This is a Romanian quote that actually Romanians don't know, but it is out there. Like, whoa, who's that? Do you sometimes like laugh or something and then you hear a booger just exploding in your nose, but it's not coming out, it's just exploding there. It's just a cute boogie, so don't come on me, okay? You all have boogers, shut up. Anyway, so now you interrupted me and I don't know what I was saying. Do you know what? I forgot. Anyway, so whatever I was saying, I'm sure I was right. Go to the doctors as well. That's very important. As I said, do a blood test. You are entitled because you pay in the UK, okay? You pay through taxes. So you're entitled to say, can I have a blood test? Because I just want to check this, and do check B12, D3, your cholesterol and iron. I think that those are the most important thing that I did, which I think is what helped me way more than exercising. And I'm sorry to say this, but this is the factual truth. Can you accept that? Now, before I'm gonna explain the diet that I was on, I don't need to hear you give an opinion about you have an ED. Girl, I eat whatever I decide to eat and whenever I decide to eat. How is that an ED when you do the exact same? Like, I choose. It's a choice, okay? And I'm happy with my choices because, brother, I had like cheat weeks, not days, okay? And I'm really happy to discover that this is what worked for me, because whenever I would be stuck in this, like, I don't know, route, whatever you call it, like in a bad, you know, period of my life, I know what works for me and I know how I can lose weight now, okay? And I'm really happy with that. So if this doesn't work for you, if this does not sound right for you, if you're triggered, first of all, I'm not here right now to solve your triggers. Whatever was caused from your previous issues, trauma, whatever, and plus I have it too, so I don't need your trigger to be like placed on my shoulders as if I'm here to owe you a resolution to your triggers. Go tell your triggers to someone that you trust. Go talk about this video, say like, go do that with someone that is going to provide you a safe space for you to work on those triggers. But you can have an opinion, okay? You absolutely can have an opinion. It doesn't mean I'm going to agree with it, and I don't have to. Because we're all different. We're not replicas of each other. We all have different opinions, values, and things that work for each other. So if this does not work for you, you can tell me. You can say, I have tried this. It did not work. Or you can say, it sounds to me like an ED, but as long as you keep yourself healthy, that's all that matters. I can take that. See how this is like a very mature way of talking? Yeah, let's try that. Let's exercise this. Because I'm sick of this toddler-like attitude on social media. I am sick of it. Sick. Like, I look at it and I think, because you can't do better than this. And you're all very predictable and unoriginal. But I digress. Anyway, so the diet that I was on, it was actually two diets that were combined, or the principles of those two diets, because first one that I wanted to incorporate in my diet was intermittent fasting. So basically, I only had 2 meals a day, and I still am on that diet. I have 2 meals a day, and I have not had it first. Like, I had not had my first meal. So you see, I'm still fine. I am fine, I promise. But like, what I mean is, like, I still have energy and all that, you know what I mean? Like, there have been times when it was getting to me, but it's part of any change. Do you know what I mean? Like, you also feel weak or angry or whatever when you quit smoking or when you quit drinking. Do you know what I mean? So intermittent fasting, 2 meals a day. I started with the latest one having it at around 7, even 8 sometimes. I also had it at 9, but like the average would be around 7 to 8. Now my last meal is around 6, the latest. So I try to have it at like 5:30. If not, then I will have it at 6, 6:30. I'm still okay with that. But I try not to have it too late, because I've noticed that really affects, you know, my weight, because I have also used a scale every single morning, because that tells you what you did wrong a day before, and I'll get back to that if I don't forget in a minute. So my first meal was around 1 p.m. and I woke up, I don't know, around 11, to be honest. I do try to stick to having 2 meals a day, one at 1 a.m. and the second one at around 5 to 6 p.m. Okay, and that worked for me. Now the next thing that I combined in my diet was keto principles. Now keto says you shouldn't have any carbs at all. So I did have carbs, but I reduced them a
lot, brother.
Like, I would not have any carbs at all in the evening. So I would eat fish a lot, and I still do. I would have fish with like olives, with like broccoli, and to be honest, I don't remember if I had anything else, but it was stuff like that. And it did so much good for my mental health as well, because I did not have to worry about cooking proper meals, because I would normally do, like, say for example, a lasagna or like a soup or something. I had to take time to like prepare that. Now I don't. So in the morning I would have bagel, because I don't like the bread in the UK and I just can't be asked to make my bread again. So I would just have bagels that was toasted with a bit of butter, vegetable butter, but I think any is good, and some cheese slices with some meat, as in like chorizo or ham, sort of olives, you know, things like this. Apparently olives are great for keto diet. Cucumbers, so sometimes I would have gherkins with my meals in the evening. Now I eat way less. So in the morning, I don't have any more toasted bagels or bread. I don't have bread, I have rice cakes. I look forward to having my breakfast every single morning. Whereas before, do you guys remember when I was saying like it was doing my head in? When I had to eat, I was like, oh, I'm hungry again and I don't know what to eat. Anyway, so in the morning, I have that rice cake. I have one fried runny egg, and I make the best ones. And my friend said the same. And he gets cooked like 4, as in like he gets breakfast cooked by chefs on the cruise ships that he works on, and they're not as good. That's what he said. I still have the cabanos, because with the keto principles you can have meat, and a lot of meat, like fat stuff like dairy, meat, and some sort of veggies and some sort of fruit. So as I said, you have to check, and you can also check on the label. So the labels on the stuff you purchase will tell you how many carbs you have, and just Google how many you're supposed to have a day, because of course if it says like 1.7 grams of carbs per rice cake, it's just an example. In the morning I have that. I also have a coffee in the morning, like my first meal at 1 p.m. Tolerate the hunger, brother, that's very important. Just tolerate it. Tolerate the fogginess, tolerate it, because it will change your life. You have to be determined and push through those cravings. Sometimes when I had awful cravings, I would take a bite of something, or I would eat a few squares of dark chocolate, because I love dark chocolate, and dark chocolate is actually good for keto principles, like for keto diet. So or maybe pineapple, that would work for me. Apparently I think that's so with keto principles. I don't remember, but anyway. And now in the evening, I do usually have fish and then olives, and that's it. That's literally it. Or gherkins, because those are fine as well. And I can eat a lot of gherkins. I'm Eastern European, what do you expect? And they're like spicy ones, and they're so good. So that's what I've done. And I have lost, and I had a lot of cheat days, and I even went home for like almost 2 weeks in Romania, and I ate anything I decided to. And I gained 1.5 kilos from what I remember. Don't have sugary stuff. Don't have sweet drinks, because those, oh my god, when I was eating things that were outside my diet, I was gaining way less weight than what I was gaining when I was on my diet, but having fizzy drinks or like sweet drinks or whatever. No, those are a no, okay? Those are bad. Throughout the last few years, I had an issue with cholesterol. I was 25 at the time, or 24 or something like that. And I was panicking because I was like, oh my god, what's gonna happen? Am I gonna die? Am I gonna die? Am I gonna be on a diet for the rest of my life? What I did back then, like a few years ago, was also change my diet. I incorporated less like cheese, butter, stuff like that, way less. And I incorporated more fish, and I also took iron. I also took D3, B12, and brother, when I tell you that when I was around 20 and a teenager, and like in my early 20s, up until then, I felt like an old woman. I felt old, with no energy. I could not sleep at all. I could not fall asleep, and then I would want to take a nap every single day, no matter what I was doing. Taking a nap, not taking a nap, going to sleep early, getting early, like waking up early, going to sleep late, waking up early, going to sleep early, getting up, waking up late. No matter what, I was tired, because I had all these deficiencies and high cholesterol. So, because of that, because of my high cholesterol and my deficiencies, I was tired, so I experienced fatigue all the time. And I had no idea why. After I started with all those vitamins, that iron, I felt amazing. I would wake up early for me, like around 9 o'clock, that was early for me. I could not wake up at that time. No. I stopped taking naps. And I stopped taking naps since then. Like for good. If I take a nap now, I have to be so tired. I probably haven't slept in like almost 24 hours. Which is what happens when I do travel to Romania and back because of the transport. But other than that, I don't take naps. And so having this also like stomach issue, I was eating a lot. So because fats are going to like stay in your body for longer and you're not going to feel the same hunger, I thought then I can't have that because of my cholesterol level. So I'm going to eat more carbs because that's going to help. That's what I thought, right? And then I went to do my blood test in Romania, and that was like almost a year ago or something like that, maybe less. And then the nurse, which is an absolute sweetheart, I went private obviously, she said to me that even carbs can turn into cholesterol. I started eating less carbs, being on this diet, and then I went to Romania and I did another blood test, and that was like a few months ago. So when I had my last blood test around summertime, I told the pharmacist already, like, I think my cholesterol is gonna be high because I am prone to have high cholesterol. She looked at it and she was like, no, you don't. Like, your levels are 170 or something like that. And I read that that's the average. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I read that that's like normal. And plus she said like, no, it's not high. So what I discovered is you actually can lower your cholesterol if you have less carbs. And throughout all these years, I was having less cheese, I was having less stuff that was making me happy because I thought that, you know, because they say like even chicken can like like it has fats, you know, and all that. And I was like always wary of what I'm eating. And I was like, it's like all I can have is fish. And now I am having only fish, but it's because I'm lazy and I just don't want to cook. I know how to cook and I make really good food. I do, but I don't like cooking. I like baking. I don't know why, I just do. I mean, I do know why, but yeah. So I thought that that's an important information to share for those that are in a similar situation like myself and just want to like become better. So in short, exercise as much as you can. I do like around an hour and I work out everything on my body. Just do what feels right for you, at least at first, okay? Second, now what people tell you anyway. Unless it's your PT that you paid for. But even so, you know your body better than anyone else. Genuinely, listen to your body, listen to yourself. Listen to your heart. Second, 2 meals a day. No sugar, no sweets. You can have a cheat day, but just know. And when I had my cheat days, the following day, because I also would eat a bit later than usual, the second day I would eat way less. Like I would have only one meal. It was tough, but I had to do it because I want to lose everything that I put on. I also disagree that when you're gonna be off diet, you're gonna eat like crazy, and you're gonna put back everything in it. No, I disagree, because my stomach is already way small. Unless it's mental and I would be like, no, it's a more, then, and I feel like I can't stop that, me personally. You know, unless it's that, then of course you are going to put it back on if you're like that. But then that's a mental thing and you can still work on it. But what I'm doing is more physical, if that makes sense. But of course mental as well. Like you have to have the determination, which comes from here. Okay, so I disagree with that. I don't think I'm gonna put everything all back in because I am already eating way less anyway. And when I did try to eat like burgers and stuff like that, I felt sick. It genuinely disgusts me now. Like sometimes I get cravings, but then I think how fat that is, how like heavy that is, and it makes me go like, ugh. 2 meals a day, no sugars. If you have cheat days, just make sure you do them with head. And also I had my cheat days only once a week when I was seeing my friend. Have your first and last meal at proper hours. Do work out because you don't want saggy skin. Oh, and do use the scale every single morning. Your scale is gonna tell you what's the deal. Oh, and by the way, you're gonna be constipated. You're gonna be constipated, and that's fine. If you don't go to the toilet for like 2-3 days, that's fine. But I would say if it goes more than like 4 days, do seek advice or take like a glycerin suppository because those are really good. But like, don't worry if this is like a recurring thing, because as I said, if you don't have a lot of food intake, you can't give out too much. So yeah, just letting you know. Other than that, just tolerate, my brother. Tolerate the fogginess, tolerate the hunger, tolerate the cravings, tolerate, and then you're gonna get there. I trust you. Okay, boo. So again, if you have any like comments that I don't know, come from like anger and stuff like that, just keep them to yourself. Like, I'm not interested. I am not interested. It's not gonna change my mind. It's not gonna change my diet. All I will know is that you're just an angry little blonker. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you find it useful, hit the thumbs up button and all that. Subscribe and bye. Mwah. Oh, and I forgot to say, so I've lost in like 3 months like 12 kilos or something like that. So I would lose like boom, 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 decrease me there. Okay, bye. Mwah.